Hello, welcome to the weekly TV show of Living in the Magic of Possibilities. This week I am doing the show from the beautiful, I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, Balearic Islands or Balearic Islands in Spain. And oh my gosh, you guys, it is so beautiful here. I have traveled to many tropical locations around the world, and I actually think this is the bluest I have ever seen the sea. It is so blue, so inviting, and so cold. So how does it get any better? Now, you might be wondering about these sunglasses. They are actually to go over top of glasses that I don't have on right now. In my packing, I forgot to put in my regular sunglasses. So I have to be very careful with these, because if I get a suntan with these on, I look like a raccoon. So there we go. All right. So I'm Glenyce Hughes, and I am obviously the TV show host and also the radio show host for Living in the Magic of Possibilities. Now, this week's show was all about the 10% account. If you haven't listened to it, I encourage you to go listen to it. As always, the link will be below. I have got so much feedback from the show and how many people enjoyed it and have a whole new awareness of the 10% account. So how does it get any better? Now, this TV show is about money, and I had a really cool awareness the other day. I was surfing Facebook, as one does, and a friend of mine, he's traveling around New Zealand, and he's from Canada. And in his post, he just said, he doesn't actually have all of the money he requires to be in his travels for the next, I think it was 2 months or something like that. And he was totally fine with that, and he was receiving gifts left, right, and center, and it was really contributing to him. And it was interesting because as I was reading it, I went into oh my gosh, I wouldn't be willing to do that. Now, if you use the tools or are familiar with the tools of Access Consciousness, you'll know that we want to always be aware of the things we're not willing to do and clear them. It doesn't mean you have to ever choose to do it. You just don't want to have resistance to choosing it. Because anytime we have resistance, it means we have a judgment, which means then we're not actually being the consciousness we can truly be. So as I was reading his post, I went, oh my gosh, I've got resistance here. I must clear this. And I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, so what point of view do I have? And I was trying, I was looking, and I was like, wait a minute. I said, truth, is it resistance? And it was like, no, it wasn't resistance. Could I travel to another country without the money I required to be there the time that I was going to be there? Of course I could. Would I? No fucking way. And that's not resistance. That's actually the demand that I've made of me. And I didn't even know it until this whole, seeing his post and then thinking I was in resistance and looking at it going, wait a minute, that's actually not something I would choose. That's not fun for me. That's not fun for my body. That just isn't a choice that I would make. Could I? Yes. Will I? No. I have the demand of me that no matter what, I create the money that I require, as if by magic. Now, that might be through my business, it might be through other ways, it doesn't matter, but it's the awareness that I have that demand of me, that no matter what, I create the money that I require. And, even going a little bit further, that may be in forms of gifts or people offering me their places to stay or buying my meals. I mean, whatever it might be. It doesn't necessarily have to be money, but it's like, no way does that work for me or my body. And for that person, I mean, it was a huge contribution to him. So believe me, in no way making his choice wrong. It works for him. It creates more for him. Yay him. And it was a beautiful contribution to me to go, wow, it's actually a demand that I've made of me not to ever not have the money I require. So yay. And then I started looking at the other areas of my life where I haven't made that demand. Not so much about money, but other things I would like to change, things I would like to be different. And it was interesting because those places that I would like to be different or like to change are the places I have not made the demand of me. Now, I'll also put a link to a radio show that I did a couple years ago called, I think, Are You Ready to Demand of You, or something like that. Because that's really what is often missing for people in their creations, is they would like something, they would like to change something, they'd like to do something different, whatever it might be, they'd like it, but they're not willing to demand of them, which means no matter what it takes, they'll choose it, they'll do it, they'll be it, they'll have it, whatever, it doesn't matter. And so I have that demand energy with money for myself, and yet I don't have that demand energy with money, say, for $100 million. How do I know? It's not in the bank. So it was such a cool awareness to look at all the places where I say I would like it to be different, I say I would like to change it, and I don't have that demand energy. So it becomes a really simple question, actually. You know what, you could look at the area. So let's do it for $100 million. So what demand of me am I refusing that I truly could be choosing, that if I would choose it, would actualize as at least $100 million, as if by magic? Anything that doesn't allow that will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right, Wrong, Good, Bad, Online, POD, POC, Shorts, Boys, and Beyonds. And if you are part of the free Living in the Magic of Possibilities call, each month you're on that mailing list, you'll actually get the audio recording of that clearing. So if you're not, the link to sign up is also below so that you can join us. We just get together once a month and people send in their questions or ask their questions on the phone, and it's a lot of fun. Plus I send out a weekly email with lots of little gifts and goodies and yummy stuff, so that clearing will be on there. And you could actually change it for anything. So what demand of you are you refusing that you truly could be choosing, that if you would choose it would change everything as if by magic? Yeah, anything that doesn't allow you to demand it of you, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, Wrong, Good, Bad, Online, POD, POC, Shorts, Boys, and Beyonds. And it really truly is a demand of you guys. It's not a demand of the universe. The universe does not require demanding. It's the demand of you, demanding of you no matter what it takes. And that energy that I'm so willing to be with the money that I require to travel the world, being that for me in every area of my life. Because then if I'm not, it's actually, yeah, if I'm not, it's okay, but then stop lying to me that I am desiring it to change. Because without that demand energy, without that whatever it takes energy, we're just playing with it. We're just entertaining ourselves with it. And what if it was okay not to truly desire to change something yet? What else might be possible if we just let ourselves off the hook? Acknowledge what is, like, oh, I'm just not ready yet. Then I wonder how much quicker we could actually create and change what we'd like to create and change. Yes, awesome. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to talking to you next week.